No? It's okay? Okay. So we welcome you to discuss the resources needed for online teaching and we gave a title Android as a teacher for this discussion hub because I think that most of us feel like being extensions of some sort of computer or equipment, and that makes us androids. So after we didn't know about the corona before when we decided about this topic. But so our plan or our aim is not to give you answers about the resources, but rather start the discussion and bring up some issues related to this. Both of us, Olesia and me, we are representing a language center from Finland, from eastern part of Finland. It's a joint language center of LUT University and Lab University of Applied Sciences, located by the beautiful Lake Saimaa, as you can see the photo taken by me. And we have also in Lappeenranta and the other campus in Lahti, both sort of eastern Finland. Currently, we have a staff of 62 persons. We have altogether 48 full-time teachers, 11 part-time teachers, and very lean management because we have one director and 2 managers, and that's all, no secretaries. We teach altogether 9 different languages, and I'm happy to add new ones. So please contact if you're interested in bringing your own country's language as part of our offerings. And we actually cover language teaching for altogether 13,200 students, and actually even the faculty and so on. So we are a big language center in Finland, at least. A few words about myself. I'm the director, and I'm not a language teacher. I'm actually a language user because I'm specialized in international business. And I've been working a lot also in practice as a business development director. And you can see where the photo is from Kyoto in Japan. And you can see also my interest in robots. Here I'm discussing with Pepper. That's all about myself. Then Olesia, please.
Okay, hi. So my name is Olesia Kullberg, and I'm an English and Russian teacher at the same language center. I've been teaching online courses since I came to LUT University in 2013. That was the first time when I had to create my own course online and teach it online. Since then, I've been creating quite many online courses, both in English and in Russian, and both on my own and in a team. So, and I would say that every year we are facing the same problem: how to calculate the resources that should be given to a teacher, how to do it fairly, what's the difference between online courses and classroom courses in the terms of giving resources to teachers, teaching and creating, 2 different processes, and then online classroom. So that's why I think that it's a very good idea to discuss these questions with you, and we would like to share some ideas of ours and to ask what do you think about several things. And because we are doing it in a pretty difficult mode now that some of you are here in Zoom, the others are watching us on YouTube, and some people are sitting there in the classroom, the luckiest ones. So now we suggest that we use Mentimeter for wait a minute, I'll just find it for some reason.
So we are expanding the discussion that me as a director and Olesia as a teacher have been going on about the resources, and hope you join this discussion.
Yeah. So if you could open some device of yours and go to menti.com, and it will ask you for a code. If you join it via this code, you will be able to see the slides that we are showing and to participate in the questions that we have to you interactively, like via this menti.com, and we will all be able to see your answers and your comments. And I will do the same just to make sure that everything works fine. And I'll give you a second to join. And if you are using your phone like I do, then basically it's very easy. You will be kind of seeing the slide that I'm showing and the question that I'm showing on your phone. And then you will be able to see all the results here on your computer or the device that you're using to watch this session. If you're using the same device for both, then kind of you will have to jump between the tabs. But anyway, what you can do here now, there are three ways of participating here, like on each slide. Somebody has already noticed it, that there are hearts that you can send to ours. I'm like the yellow heart. All of you have different colors. And if you click that heart, it will be sent here and then it will go very fast. Then there is this kind of cloud with 3 dots, and that would mean a comment. So you can send us your comment. But if you try now, you will see that the comment kind of, it comes and goes. So like now I pressed amazing, it's there for a couple of seconds and then it goes away. And then you can also, there is a place there where it says ask a question. You can ask a question or you can give any comment, like let's say, I would send something there now. And all these comments we will be able to see like this separately. So then we answer that and then there are no other comments or questions, so we can move on. So that's something that you can do on all the slides and we will see that you are with us. And in addition to this, we will have some other question types here. So let's move on now. Before we really start the discussion about the resources, what resources we need for online courses and how do you deal with it in your universities, let's first have some warming up activities and check that we are on the same page about it. So first of all, online courses. If you now have a look at your screen, you will see the online courses and then about 10 fields for filling in the answers. We will get the word cloud at the end. So could you please enter different words, phrases that you associate with online courses? What do you think when you hear an online course? Anything, any reactions, ideas, anything comes there. And you will be able to submit several answers, but I think at some point Menti will block you. So let's try. I'll give you again several seconds to do it and I'll participate myself as well. Okay, lots of answers and they're coming and coming and coming and our cloud is just growing. Great. Okay, so time consuming is something that is kind of growing and growing. So I guess that there are quite many teachers among us here. Then Moodle is there also quite a huge thing. Feedback now is coming bigger. So feedback is obviously related to online courses and to time consuming issue. Technical problems, yeah. That's something that all of us are familiar with, something that we have experienced even during this conference, even though we are not teaching. And then there are lots and lots of other things that you have proposed there. Tricky, I like that thing, tricky. I would agree with it totally. Zoom quizzes, no fixed working hours. Yeah, that's something that came to somebody's mind, and that's exactly how it goes. Like with the classroom teaching, you know that you have 4 hours a week and that's easy to calculate and you know how much time you need to get ready. But then with the online teaching, what is it? Pedagogical point of view there. Okay, then digital literature, time, materials, files, lots of files we have to get ready and so on. And if you have a look at it, we have lots and lots of different words there. Some of them are pretty positive. Some of them, like the word itself, looks very time consuming. But all of these are true for online courses. So that's something that a teacher should manage somehow and survive and have those students learn the things. So that's what, like, I think that mostly like what the teachers think about online courses, and that's true. And now we go to the next question. Merja, please.
Okay, I think that we justify the online courses or try to promote them based on very different reasons, depending whether you're a manager, teacher, or student. Why do you think universities organize online courses? We have set here a few choices, but you can also have other reasons. When you go to Mentimeter, you can rank these in your own ranking. So this ranking is not the specific, it will change as you answer. So please take some time to select your choices. Okay. Maybe a little bit more, you're okay? It's changing a bit, good. Okay, I can see the first one is competitive advantage, and I guess that might be from the point of view of the management, actually, or the university, in trying to keep the students. And we have recently seen this is very important. Cost effective is second, but I can see also enhanced possibilities is the third one. Other reasons, would anybody like to bring up any other reason? Would anybody like to say what would be another reason than what is here? Yes?
Pandemic.
Pandemic. Okay, well, that's true. And that's maybe could be the biggest reason right now. Good. But this is just a start to see what kind of, points of view we could have about organizing online courses. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, we had some comments here. Let's see what we have.
Okay.
We have great, hello, technical problems. I think that referred to the previous ones, that
okay.
The words communication is different. Yes, communication is definitely different in the online course. And that's again something that the teacher has to tackle. And we are talking about language courses, which should be communicative, and we still should arrange this different online communication. Okay, great. Then we move on to the next question. What skills do creating and teaching an online course demand from a teacher? And now you have this ask a question. Use this ask a question button to put your answers to this, and you can put as many answers as you wish. So skills. And as you post them, you can also see that there are others, like on your phone, you can see the other answers. If you agree, you can put a thumb up, then we know how many people think the same. Okay, let's start having a look at what we have here. So we have creativity, which is absolutely needed when you're trying to deal with all those things that you have to have on the online course. Then we have flexibility. And I think flexibility is needed in any sort of teaching, but in online courses, much more of it is probably needed. Tolerance, yes. Immense patience in looking for materials, exactly. And in online courses, you cannot use any material you want. It should be you can't just take anything. It should be reliable. It should be something that the students can access and so on. Yeah. Being flexible, yes. Technical skills, IT skills, there was something like this there. Frustration and tolerance, yes. Pedagogical skills more than technology too. Yes, so not only technology, but not technology for technology, but you should think how, like, there is some tool. Do you really need it? And if you need it, for what and why do you need it and how to use it? So there are much more questions that a teacher should ask him or herself before using something. Patience, yes. Okay. So thank you very much. Do we have anything? Yeah, here we have all those skills. Yeah, and again, so all these skills, I think that the skills that an online teacher needs might be a different set of skills that a classroom teacher needs. Mostly all of us, we combine these roles. So we are an online teacher and a classroom teacher. And mostly the management thinks that anyone can teach an online course. But personally, I think that it's probably not true, that not every teacher can teach an online course. And again, there are some people who might be excellent online teachers, but probably they kind of do not fit in the classroom for some reason. But now, if you want to use the microphone and to ask something, then please raise your hand and we will see that somebody wants to speak. And now a very easy question. How much time would you personally need to create a 3 credits online language course? So again, in this ask a question there, just write the number. How many hours, how many weeks? Yes. Yeah, exactly. So imagine that your supervisor tells you that, okay, we need this 3 credits course. You have never taught it before. How much time do you need? What would be your answer? Now, I'm really very interested in seeing what we're going to have here. 20 hours, at least 1 month. I might say that somebody is very quick, 20 hours. Then, why do I see the same answers here? 151 year, okay. Then several months, whole semester, 40 hours, depends on the level, months. It took me about 150, yes, 1 semester. As you can see, very different answers. Somebody needs only 20 hours, somebody needs the whole year. I would agree that it very much depends on the level, on the teacher's background, on the, well, basically on the demand, but still, as you can see, again, like 1 year, 20 hours. So, and what a manager should do, what kind of resources should he or she give to the teacher then? So it's a very controversial question. Now, would anyone like to comment on this? On the number of hours? No, okay, then let's move on. Merja.
Okay, first of all, I would say that the person who said you can make in 20 hours a new 3 credit course, please contact me after this session. I'm interested in this kind of resources for our language center. But now the next question has to do with the resources. That what do you think should be taken into account in the resource planning for online course making and teaching? What do you think is important?
And I think that if somebody wants to speak up now, we have time for this, because basically that's the theme that we came to discuss here with you.
Okay. aim of the course. Yes, you have to focus on what outcome you want to reach with the course. I guess it's with all the courses, but specifically, of course, with online. What else? Yeah, what level? What is the workload? I can see that was easily forgotten, when we moved into this forced online teaching. I think everybody has been exhausted, both the students and the teachers. What else? Learning outcomes, for sure. Yes, it's very important. And maybe we can reach some specific learning outcomes by moving the teaching online. And then number of students. Yes, this is something I think us in the administrational side forget, because it's often thought that when you move it online, it can be hundreds of students. I know that the highest management in our university thinks that MOOCs would be the best answer to all teaching, that we manage thousands of students at the same time. Well, I don't think it works with language learning. Okay, what else? Learning outcomes, course nature, yes. Yes, of course. It's interesting also in these language studies. Previous knowledge and experience of the teacher. Yeah, well, that's I think it's a good message for the managers, that you can't have kind of the same instructions for all teachers, or same requirements. It depends what you already know. And like Olesia pointed out, that not everybody perhaps can become a good online teacher. Okay. And depends on what you have already. Yeah, the same thing. I think that, what you build, are you building something upon, or is it that you have to start from scratch? And do you yourself have experience of these online courses? Okay, something else. Teacher's background. Yes, for sure. For sure. Something else. Nothing can be moved or transferred online. It has to be redesigned completely. This is very interesting. I think it would be interesting to discuss more about this, because it's often thought that, you just move the classroom teaching online, as if it would be that simple.
Exactly. I think that that's a very good way of thinking, and hopefully like everybody, all managers would understand that it's, even if you have been teaching the same course for like several years, but it was in the classroom, just a classroom teaching, then it's not that easy to make an online course out of this. Of course, you have like things that you have to do, but still it's lots of thinking outside the box and lots of planning, rescheduling, redesigning, and that's time consuming.
IT and other support to teachers. Yes, actually, you can see in our not presentation, but discussion hub, that if you don't have enough support, meaning that you don't have resources to buy, the Mentimeter, that you're using only the free version, then you get very limited access to it. So I think this is also typical. Okay. Okay, very good.
Okay, and is there anyone else who wants to share their ideas or opinions using the microphone? Or has everything been said already here in Mentimeter, in the online mode?
Olesia, can you stop sharing the screen so I will switch on the PowerPoint?
Yes, wait a minute.
Okay, thanks.
But we had a couple of things there still.
Yes.
But...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that in online teaching, you can never say that you are ready. Like, I don't think that in 10 years, like at first I thought when I started, like I thought that, okay, like the first year is difficult, then it will be easier. Next year I thought that, well, okay, that's the second year, it's difficult, but then it's going to be easier. It's never getting any easier, you know? It's like, and the more you know, the more things you know, the more you understand how much more you need to do. And at some point it's kind of even some restricting of yourself that, okay, that would be nice to do it this way, but now I don't have resources enough, so I have to go like the other way. So yeah, experience is great here, it's just great, but it still doesn't mean that you need less resources. It just means that you are more confident in doing what you're doing, but you still need time for doing it. I think that good management skills, because on the online course you're not only teaching, but you're also planning the thing, and you're planning it very much from the point of view of what the student is going to do, how he or she is going to navigate here, and so on. So it's not only teaching the material, but it's also thinking about how to present this material, how to structure this material. I think that these good like time management skills should be like very good. And creativity, what many people mention there is some kind of patience and also stress resistance. Well, we all feel a little bit stressed when we go to a classroom, for example, but with the online teaching, it's kind of much more of something that like something doesn't work. You constantly get the messages that like they can't find something, and then of course it means that you probably did something wrong and you have to deal with it. So there are many things that kind of you don't experience them so much in the classroom teaching.
Mm.
I think you've described it just nicely, that you have to put limits on yourself. There are lots of things that are coming. Well, having good IT support team is great. We are having it here in Lappeenranta, and I'm very grateful to them. Like each time I have some problem, I don't know how to solve something, then I turn to them and they give me the necessary support. But then there should be something in the teacher's mind when you understand that, yeah, there are thousands of ways of doing something, and but kind of I can't apply all of them. I have to choose something here, something that I'm comfortable with, something that works, and something that doesn't stress me out.
Also, I would like to add that we also believe in working in teams. We have language teams, and we are trying to encourage people to work together when creating new online courses, because then you don't have to know everything. You can share with the team's experience and skills.
That's very good.
Okay.
Well, we have just two more things that look at this saying, cheap, fast, good. You can only have two of these at a time. You can turn it whatever around. If the management wants you to create a good online course and they want you to make it fast, that's possible, but it's not going to be cheap. But if you want to have it like very fast and you don't have money for this, that's possible as well, but it's not going to be good. So if you want a good online course, you need either money or time to invest.
Thank you.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.